concept of social media metrics is an interesting one. You've got organizations like the IAB and the SMAC, which in full disclosure I'm a member of, that are out there trying to define standards. What I'm trying to challenge is the status quo of thinking that there actually are standards that measure forms of engagement, when the fact of the matter is there might be standard variables that we're measuring, but the variables or the algorithms that those variables make up are actually quite different. It's more resembling sabermetrics than traditional online metrics or direct response metrics that we're used to measuring. So in reality, as brands, what we need to do is create personalized metrics that are right for us, that measure contributions to success, contributions that measure how close we are getting to achieving our business goals.
You mean personalizing metrics?
Literally.
So each brand will have their own personalized metric.
I believe that is where this is all going. I mean, I think we can come up with an agreed upon set of variables that we're all measuring. But again, each individual brand is going to have a different set of variables that they're going to measure. They're going to have a different definition of what is success. And it's going to be up to the agencies and the advertisers and the marketers to figure out what their set of sabermetrics are.
Give me some examples for a particular brand and what their personal metrics would be.
Sure. So in other words, it's not right to think about how much a friend is worth in a community or how much a fan is worth on a Facebook page, for example. What is the correct way to think about it is the average yield that being a fan of a community might mean for your brand. So in other words, just becoming a fan of a page or a friend of a brand, does that make them more likely to purchase the product? If so, how much more likely? And if it does make them more likely to purchase a product, how much of a consumer do they become? How much do they spend? How likely are they to share it with others? Are we able to influence how many people they're sharing information about our brand with? So there are all kinds of variables that are in there, and every brand is going to have a different set. Again, the concept of being a friend with a brand is pretty universal, but it's what being a friend of a brand means is what's going to differ between brands and between initiatives. And it's going to be unique and custom every time out. The fact of the matter is engagement, while you can scale the amount of it, the measurement, the execution of it doesn't scale very well. So it is a highly custom endeavor and one that needs to be seen through over a long period of time. And thankfully we have that period of time to come up with a set of metrics that will best define contributions to success.